Dear baby Ruthie, I thought about whether to do this in English or Chinese. I decided to do this in English in the end. Most of my friends and colleagues, that's first generation immigrants in the Bay Area, told me their kids stopped using Chinese as first language after 5 or 6. So I want to make this convenient for you. I will try my best to say what I have in mind, but bear with my English, please, because it's not my first language. You seems to like it when I read you English stories, so I'm not too worried about it. I also want to explain why I want to do this video instead of just tell you the story in the future when you ask me. I mainly want to write this down before I miss out any details, not only about the story, but also include the feelings and emotions behind it. And usually the emotions behind the story is more important, and those could fade out as time passes and memory blurs. Recently, there are some events that make my emotions to say what I want to say stronger, so I just want to do it now. Please bear with Daddy's rambling. Recently, one of my colleagues from previous company passed away from cancer. His name is Pascal. He's a very friendly French guy. It's been a while since we chat, but I still remember there's a picture of him and his daughter on his working desk. At that time, when I worked with him, I don't have you yet or Leonard yet, so I didn't think too much. But now it makes me really sorry. I wish that little girl is strong and Pascal have left enough memory to his daughter. That's when I decided to record all the stories or thoughts with you and Leonard. And internet is probably the most permanent place I can think of. So here I am. Alright, enough rambling. This digital letter is about your name and the story behind it. Before you were born, one of my main tasks is to think about your name. I think I volunteered, and your mom happily agreed. 10 months sounds very long at that time, so I didn't have much pressure to finish it in the beginning of the pregnancy. It turned out to be a mistake. I underestimated the difficulty of the task. However, I didn't just lay back and forget about it. I did came up with a few rules with your mom together in the very early phase about your name. The first rule is we want both Chinese name and English name. Second is the Chinese name needs to mean something good and can't be corny. The third rule is English name needs to mean something good too. And the fourth is both Chinese name and English name need to sound beautiful. And your mom and I have our own taste. For example, Angelo is a cool name, right? It has angel in it and it has jello in it. But your mom didn't like it. By the way, Angelo was the first name I came up with for your brother, and it got instantly rejected. Fifth rule, they need to have similar pronunciation. This is probably what made the task really, really hard. So long story short, after casually trying to come up with some candidates and failed, I only have few months left. And I got really anxious, I'm not kidding. I had several nights thinking and searching till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. But it was really hard until I was watching one of my favorites musicals on YouTube again. Les Miserable was one of my favorite musicals, and the 10th anniversary concert was my favorite version since it helped me came up with your name. I probably watched that version before, but didn't pay too much attention until that night I was thinking about your name so hard, so it was definitely fate. I was listening to the song I Dreamed a Dream and thought it was really beautiful. The voice of the singer was angelic and touching, and when I listened to the song Come to Me that day, I just can't stop my tears from shedding. I guess the fatherhood within me is resonating hard with the lyrics, and the angelic voice just made it even stronger and just made me cry. In case you haven't watched the musical yet, when you see this video, the song is about a dying mother's last word. The mother's name is Fantine and her daughter is Cosette. Fantine was abandoned by her husband and by the society. It was a pretty cruel society during 19th century France. Fantine had to send Cosette away so she can work. As she lies dying in the scene, Fantine is in a state of delirium. Her last thought was about her daughter. She wanted to spend more time with her. and finally rested in peace when Valjean, the city mayor, promised to take care of Cosette after her death. The lyrics was really touching. It resonates with me every time I hear it. Maybe even stronger every time as I spend more time with you and love you even more. Let's listen to it together before I ramble more.
Was it its turn so cold? Cosette, it's past your bedtime. You've played the day away, and soon it will be night. Come to me, Cosette, the light is fading. Don't you see the evening star appearing? Come to me and rest against my shoulder. How fast the minutes fly away, and every minute colder. Hurry near, another day is dying. Don't you hear the winter wind is crying? There's a darkness which comes without a warning, but I will sing you lullabies and wake you in the morning.
Oh, Fantine, our time is running out. But Fantine, I swear this on my life.
Look, monsieur, where all the children
Be
play.
at peace. Be at peace evermore.
My Cosette,
Shall live in my protection.
take her now.
Your child will want for nothing.
But monsieur, you come from God in heaven.
And none will ever harm Cosette as long as I am living.
Take my hand, the night grows ever colder.
And I will keep you.
Take my child, I give her to your keeping.
Take shelter from the storm.
For God's sake, please stay till I am sleeping, and tell Cosette I love her, and I'll see her when I will.
After listening to that touching piece, I told myself that I will love my daughter with all my heart, just like Fantine, and do anything to provide you the best life I can with plenty of unconditioned love. I think I'm doing alright right now. I say this proudly. Alright, back to your name. You probably already see it in the title. I searched the singer afterward and her first name was Ruthie. I didn't know the singer, but that was a really beautiful name and beautiful voice. Although I haven't seen you yet back then, but I can imagine you with Ruthie as your name. Now you might ask, there are 5 rules about coming up with your name, right? And I still have to come up with a Chinese name with similar pronunciation. How did that happen? Well, Your father was forced by the education system to study classical Chinese poems for almost 10 years, and it has finally paid off that moment. It was all worth it after all. I vaguely remember there's a verse with similar pronunciation and easily found it after some search. Your Chinese name is Ruxi, and the whole sentence of the verse is 有匪君子，如今如昔，如归如璧. The poem was from 11th century BC to 6th century BC. It is praising a person with high morals. It literally says there's a gentleman, his personality is like gold, like tin, like jade. You know, ancient Chinese people considers gold, tin, and jade as very noble objects and only use it during worship rituals. I wish you have the property of those noble objects, strong-willed, loyal, and honest. I told your mom about the name proudly, and she liked it too. I consider this one of my most significant creations. It's one of the proudest things I've ever accomplished. No kidding. Lastly, I don't want you to feel any pressure about the meaning and wish from the name. Your mom and I just want you to be happy, healthy, and safe, and we will love you the same whatever you grow up to be. Alright, this is all the story about your name. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow morning.